Hi friends, it's Miss Sarah and welcome to another round of First Chapter Friday. This week we have 12th and this is by Janet Key. It's a mystery book, so if you love mysteries, this is perfect for you. It's about a 12-year-old girl named Maren who is forced into going to theater camp and she's not really sure if that's something that she wants to do. Most people in theater are like her bunkmate and her sister who are very loud and outgoing, and Maren's not really like that, so she's not sure she's gonna have a fun time until a prank goes wrong. And then her and the rest of her camp friends are actually looking for this diamond ring that has a huge mystery behind it. But unfortunately, as they're looking and dodging camp counselors and trying to find this ring, they realize that other people are looking for it too. So let's begin with the first one, the first part of it, and that'll be the prologue. This is titled June 2015, Stone Court, Massachusetts. In every theater, no matter how large or small, there's one light that never goes off. Long after the actors have bowed and the curtains have closed, long after the audience has left and the seats have been stuck and the floors has been swept, there is still one light shining left in the center of the empty stage. This light is called the ghost light. In part, the ghost light is left on to keep people from getting hurt in a dark theater. But more than anything, the ghost light is left on because theater people have a lot of superstitions. They believe in things that can and not be said, pre- and post-show routines, personal trinkets and tricks, and good luck charms. And if they should fail to honor these just so, well, lights aren't the only type of ghosts in theaters. The ghost light of this story was shining on the auditorium stage at Camp Goodman, where Miss Maxine Bradley, the acting teacher, was performing her own pre-camp superstitious ritual. She was wearing a neon yellow visor over her snowy white hair, a bright purple unitard, and green leg warmers. As if her clothes weren't loud enough, she was also blasting a song on an old cassette player that leaked through her headphones and into the empty theater. Tomorrow, she would greet another batch of campers, and she liked to dance around the stage a day in advance. It was a ritual she has performed every single summer of the camp's 60 years, and everyone knew Miss Bradley was the oldest instructor at the camp. She was halfway through her pre-camp dance when something made her pause. She wasn't sure what exactly. She hadn't heard anything, she couldn't have, over her music, and she hadn't seen anything either, as the stage was empty. But something made her stop dancing, and that same something made the hair on the back of her neck stand up. Miss Bradley was superstitious about the hair on the back of her neck standing up. Slowly she paused her music and lifted her headphones off. The silence of the auditorium swooped down on her as she spun on the spot, looking first at the stage behind her, then into the backstage wings, then out into the audience. The empty seats before her seemed to have their faces held up to the stage, expectant and waiting. "Hello?" she called, out into the quiet. A buzzing sound came from behind her. She spun around and gasped as something dark skittered across the floor, then laughed in relief. The sound was just the ghost light, its bulb buzzing away. And the thing that made her jump? Only her own shadow. She laughed again and shook her head for working herself into such a fright. She was about to put her headphones back on when she realized her shadow was doing something unusual. It was growing darker and lighter, darker and lighter. She turned toward the ghost light again, more curious than afraid now, and saw a remarkable thing. The ghost light, the light that should never ever go out, was flickering, brighter then dimmer, brighter then dimmer, and the electric buzz grew louder and softer with it. It was strangely hypnotic to watch, like the gentle pulsing of a jellyfish. Miss Bradley felt annoyed now. She didn't want to get caught in the dark, and she certainly couldn't safely conduct a class here tomorrow if the lights were on the fritz. She looked over her shoulder into the dark space off stage, thinking she might be able to find someone there to help her. "Hello?" she called again. As if in answer, the buzzing of the bulb grew louder, the light brighter. It began to pulse even faster than before, bright, dim, almost like a heartbeat, almost like it was alive, almost like the light was saying hello back. The hairs on the back of Miss Bradley's neck stood up even taller. She stepped closer to the light, squinting when it got to its brightest. "Hello?" she whispered. This time the buzz was almost deafening, the light so bright she had to raise her hand to shield her eyes. In the metal frame, she could make out her own reflection, stretched long and thin in the metal, and there was something behind her, something else, someone else. Miss Bradley gasped. She would have screamed, but she didn't have time. The floor disappeared from under her, and she dropped silently and heavily into the square of perfect darkness. A second later, the trapdoor slid shut. The stage was empty again. The ghost light faded back to its usual brightness and shone on. So that's the end of the prologue of 12th. If if you'd like to hear more, figure out about Maren and where Miss Bradley went, and to help solve the mystery together, just come to the library and check out 12th by Janet Key, or give us a call and we can put it on hold. Have a great day, friends.